Hey everybody, it's Mike aka That Reseller Guy. Today's going to be a what sold video and a couple other little things. First, before I forget, if you didn't get into last week's video to guess the how much did Mike spend at Goodwill contest to get your entry in there, go back, watch the video. I think it's in the one where I'm holding all the money where it says I spent $2,000. It's in that video. Go in there and get your entry in there. There's not too many entries so far. You're going to win something if you're the closest guess. I haven't decided what the prize is yet. So first off, I want to get that out of the way, let you know to go in there and do that. I'm going to announce the winner on Friday. I just got back from my antique booth. Sales out there are slowing down a little bit, and there's a couple reasons for it. First off, it's hot here in Arizona. This week, I think we're 115, 117, I don't know. They're throwing some crazy numbers on the screen. I'm trying not to watch the weather because I just know it's going to be hot. So when it's this hot, not many people are getting out doing shopping as there were before, partially because all the snowbirds that come out here during the winter have gone back home to their states where it's not 115 degrees. So that definitely slows it down. There's about a 4-month slowdown here, June through July, August, September, that range. Things slow down a little bit. Even October is still pretty hot out here. So still doing okay out there. It's not like it's terrible and the world's ending and I'm not selling anything. Definitely a slowdown. The sports card market is cooling down a little bit, so I'm not selling as many cards out there as I was in the months past. So definitely taking a little bite into my sales as well. Still doing okay. Still happy with the total, but I'll go over that tomorrow. I think tomorrow is basically going to be like an antique booth review and go over some of my totals. And a viewer opened up a booth out there as well. So I took some pictures of their booth and I want to mix them in and talk about their booth a little bit too. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little pre-recorded screen grab of all my sales from the other day. I'll do a little talk over it and show you what I sold. 15 items for like $700 this week, and it was pretty good. And then we'll come back and we will do what I sold today and what I still got to ship out. All right, let's check out what sold this weekend. Sold 15 items, about $700, pretty good average. I think it's right around $50 per item, so had some really good sales this weekend. Let's get into it here. First item up, we have an Arizona Coyotes. This is a Fanatics jersey with a nice Kachina logo on the front. It's not a vintage jersey, it's a new jersey, but it has the retro colors and logos and all that. Something that I picked up from my guy for $30, brand new with tags, and it sold for $79.99 plus shipping. Now with this one, you can see that it sold through the GSP, the Global Shipping Program, and it went up to Canada. For some reason on eBay, it's been changing my settings when I've been listing or whatever, and has been unchecking the ship to Canada option. So I need to start checking my listings a little more because this is an item that I would have shipped up to Canada. I think this person paid 20 some odd dollars, almost $30 through GSP to ship it up there, and it would have only been about $12 or $15 with me. So could have saved them a little money, unfortunately, and I need to start checking my settings a little bit closer. But either way, good sale here for $80. Next sale, another $80 item, $79.99 plus shipping. And you can see this is a complex mini, and it really doesn't tell you too much about what it is on there other than it's some muscle toner. So it looked pretty cool. I scanned it, saw that it scanned fairly high and expensive. Picked it up from a hanging bag at Goodwill for like $5 or $6. Brought it home. I tested it out. I wanted to see if it worked, see what it did. Hooked it up to my calves because I have generally fairly tight and sore calves all the time. And it was interesting. Now, there's a couple different settings you can use on it. You actually have to download an app to control this system. So it's one of the little downfalls of it. But it did work really well as far as working. Do I think it gave me any actual relief or any of that to my calves? I don't know. I didn't keep it. I cleaned it up really good, listed it, and it sold fast. It sold within a day, $79.99 plus shipping, and it is going overseas as well, but it's through one of these like third-party companies up in Oregon. So I shipped it up there, and they will send it over to Asia where it's going. This sale I didn't even count in my total because it is unpaid for. It's this Anaheim Mighty Ducks team signed jersey, and I took the $100 offer from the buyer, but they haven't paid. They have a low feedback. At this point, I'm not expecting they're going to pay. It's been a couple days. Still crossing my fingers that they will, but either way, I might or might not have another $100 sale coming. Next sale was the cheap sale of the weekend. This little Minnie Mouse 11-inch plush. Picked it up for $1 at my thrift store. I'm a sucker for Disney items. Always got to buy them and sell them. Not a big profit, but I still probably net $7, maybe $8 on this sale. This Buddy Car skateboard is next. This is a really cool longboard. I bought 2 skateboards this day. This one didn't have any wheels or chucks or anything on it. It was just the board. The other one that I bought that day did, and that was a Christian Hosoi board. I actually auctioned both of these off. This one didn't get a bid. The other skateboard is sold for like $80 or $90. So this one I just relisted as a fixed price. It did take several months to sell. It didn't sell right away or anything. $60 plus another $20 for shipping. Had to do a little Franken boxing, but it didn't take too long, maybe 15 minutes or so. Definitely worth it for a $60 sale. Continuing on with the strong dollar amount sales, we have this Louie the Lumberjack, Northern Arizona University mascot bobblehead. This is University here in Arizona up in Flagstaff. And yeah, I've had a few of these through the years, have a few of them right now. This was the only one I had in box though. I have a couple loose, and I had this price for $100, and it's only like a 4 to 5 inch tall bobblehead. It's a fairly small one, but they're rare. You don't see them out there on eBay. I think I had 2 of the 3 that were listed at the time. Had at $100, sent an offer for $83 plus the $7 shipping to put them at $90 all in, and they accepted. So fantastic sale here. Picked up for about $5, sold it for $83. Of course, I sold some sports cards. This is just a small little rookie card lot from 2001 Bowman Chrome. 21 different cards, $12.99, about 50 cents a card. Picked this up in a bulk purchase that I had recently. So next sale had multiple items, 3 different, but they bought 2 each of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sets. So these have been selling amazingly well for me. This person bought 2 of the OPC, 2 of the Tops, and then this, as a bonus, they threw in some Topps Archives baseball cards from 2002. So you can see the grand total, $81.95. So really good sale here. A bunch of smaller dollar items. Put them all together. Got a nice sale, over $80 plus shipping. And you can see here, sold another single turtle set, $15.95 plus shipping. They've been selling great. Hope I can get some more of them. Here's 2 Diamondback jerseys, both to different buyers, but we have an adult jersey and a youth jersey, both to like this brown tactical camo type pattern, and same price. I picked these up for $2 each at a thrift store, bought multiples of each of these, and they sold for $12.99 plus shipping. I broke apart this Dream Phone game that I had that was incomplete and still selling more parts of it. This is the actual phone that you use in the game, and this does sell for more, usually $30, maybe even $40 you could get for this replacement phone if it's working fully, but this one only worked partially. So you would type in the phone number and it would start to tell you what it's supposed to tell you, and then the second half it would kind of fade out and it was hard to hear. So I put it in as a parts repair type deal. Still got $19.99 plus shipping, and you can see this went GSP. This went to Australia. I think this person ended up paying like $50 or $60 in total to get this little part to them. Next up, football helmet. Yeah, hadn't sold one of those in a little bit, so here's a Rydell T949 football helmet. A little vintage one. It was tough to find the model number. This one was actually tucked inside the back and underneath the pad, so I had to pull the pads out to find out the model number, but it worked out pretty well. $60 plus another $12 for shipping. Last week I talked about this big purchase of license plates that I had, and this is the second one to sell, and the 2 that I've sold have both been this Arkansas Razorback. Sold for $24.99 plus another $5 for shipping, so they're $30 all in. And I actually did go back to that same Goodwill to see if they had more of them, and they did. They had another, I think, 5 or 6 of these Arkansas. Picked up a few other miscellaneous ones, spent like another $50. So I have about $200 total into all these license plates, and I've sold 2 so far. Again, I expect the sales to trickle in, maybe a couple a week, but I'll definitely make some good money on this one. Here's another Ninja Turtle set, another $16 plus shipping. And the last sale from the weekend are these Mr. Zip logo golf balls. This person bought 2 tubes of 3 or 2 boxes of 3. I didn't even know that these were logo golf balls when I bought them. I thought I was just buying a box of golf balls. Mr. Zip is like a mascot logo for the post office. So probably whoever's buying these worked for the post office, or they're getting them as a gift for someone who works at the post office. Sold for $7 per 3 golf balls. So a pretty good price. Got $14 plus shipping. All right, that's it. That's sales for the weekend. 15 items, $700. So the weekend sales were strong. Today, sales were pretty good too. I only sold 5 items, but the total is $250. So obviously I sold a couple things that were decent, a couple things that were cheaper too. First up, talked about it in that video, I sold another turtle set. These sets I bought I think 20 some of them. It was either 20 or 25 sets, and I'm going through them pretty quickly. I think I've already sold over 10 of them. I've been selling them for $15.99 plus shipping. I could try raising the price, but I'm making good money on these, so I just want to keep them rolling. I'm happy with $16 plus shipping. Next up, I sold this little South Park Kyle speaker. Picked this up for just a few dollars at a thrift store. I almost took this out to my antique booth because it's been in my store a few months, hasn't sold, but I left it in there, and good thing it did. I ended up getting $15.99 plus shipping. Okay, before I talk about it, everybody think in your head, you don't have to type it in there, but think, I bought a volleyball. How much did this volleyball sell for? It still holds there. I paid $2 for it at a thrift store. Okay, there's a big difference though. How much did I sell it for versus how much did the end buyer pay for it? Because this went global shipping. So you already know it's going to be expensive. First up, let me look at my screen, make sure my price is right, that I'm not wrong. I got $40 plus shipping for this volleyball. So I got $40 plus the $10 shipping. It's going to Israel. Someone in Israel bought a volleyball. And let me double check this total because this person paid a lot for shipping over there. Oh my gosh. They paid $52 in shipping. So they're paying nearly $100 for this volleyball. Now it is an official AVP volleyball, but they're paying $100 for this. So if you see this volleyball, buy it. The only one I've ever found. Actually, I did find another one, but it didn't hold air, so I didn't sell it. I ended up just trashing it. So yeah, this volleyball here, maybe I'll use this as my thumbnail. Yeah, that's it. I think last week I talked about an item that's been in my store for like 5 years that finally sold. This is another one. Again, I don't have the exact date. I just know I've had this thing forever. So this is I won't call it vintage, but I just had it for a long time. NHL alumni hockey jersey. So I don't know where these came from, if they were a stadium giveaway. This is a heavy jersey, so I don't think it was a giveaway. And it's hard to tell the name because it's like a signature looking, but this is Pat Quinn. I believe he played for the Nordiques and some other people. But this is kind of a cool jersey. Here, let me back up. You can see the whole thing, the whole front, the whole back. When I originally found this, I think I put it in my store for like $50, $60, fairly high. Looking for that Pat Quinn fan to come along, and they never did until today. Let me look at my screen here again. Finally got the sale. I kept lowering the price. Paid under $10 for it at a thrift store. It only took 5 years. The last sale was a good one, though. It's back here on my chair because I didn't want to set it on there because it would have fallen off the table. I showed you this, I think, last week in the thrift haul. Got this at my favorite store. Didn't find much that day, but I did find this jacket. Brand new. This is LL Bean, all conditions, Gore-Tex, protects you from weather, protects you from rain. It's got a hood on it. This thing is fantastic. So I looked at comps, and they were about $100. That's what I put in my store for, and it only took like 2 or 3 days to sell. So maybe I could have bumped up the price a little bit, got a little more. Either way, I paid $8 for this. So I turned $8 into $100. Only took 2 days after I listed it. So if you ever see LL Bean all-weather jackets, even used, they're going to bring you probably $50 or $60. All right, that's it for sales. That's it for today. Go back to that money video, the one where I spent $2,000, and get your entry in there to how much you might spend at Goodwill. Get a chance to win a prize. Give the video a thumbs up. If you're new, you need to hit subscribe. That's what you're supposed to do. And I appreciate any comments you leave down below. So again, look for these volleyballs. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you next time.